I want to talk about IT for a quick bit. If you can put a very simple graphic on the air, and this is nothing but the top 5 IT companies and their cash on books in financial year 17 as a percentage of their market cap. Cash is a percentage of market cap, and the numbers are on your screen. So Wipro, I mean, ranks right there on the top of the list. But to be fair, Wipro is one of the companies which has done some amount of M&A, has spent some money. Infosys, TCS have lagged. I mean, they've not done as much M&A as one would expect them to over the last 2 years or so. So now that TCS has gone ahead and announced something, I think all eyes turn to Infy in terms of whether we will see. Nisha, of course, broke that story that Infosys is actively considering a buyback. So I think it'll be interesting to see. But I think it all kind of points to essentially a change in mindset. I remember speaking with the managements at Infosys, TCS in 2000, as early as 2005, 2004. And even then, the question was not very different. The numbers were far smaller. We were talking still in millions of dollars, right? Hundreds of millions of dollars. We're now talking of billions of dollars. But the question was still the same in terms of whether they will do more to sort of advocate and implement a more shareholder-friendly kind of policy. I think the big difference now, why this has become so important, is because back then, growth rates were still 20-25%. Now we're under 10%. So how do you bump up return on equity, etc., right? I mean, one way to do it is to not let a lot of cash lie on the books. So I think those are the other arguments. And of course, in terms of the current cycle we're in, interest rates are coming down. If you've got so much, many billions of dollars parked in cash, it's not yielding you very much. I mean, it was yielding you a higher amount even a year, 2 years back. It is not. I mean, that is sloping down. So hence the sort of fervor that, well, they implement something more favorable for shareholders. But I think for investors, it's not just that buyback amount. Okay, we'll buy back this up to this price. I think it is also about implementing a policy about which something like what Cognizant has done very recently, right? They've actually put in place a policy. This is how we're going to treat cash over the next 3-5 years. I think that'll be important.
Yes.